Back again with some more clips about food stamps. It is wild and crazy how people are spending them or claim they can't afford food, but they're buying expensive prom dresses and all this other stuff. And the entitlement is wild to me. And I know some of these are fake. I know that we only get, 60-second glance into their lives, and we don't know their situation or what they're going through, but they put it out there, so I have every right to put it out to you guys. And yeah, this video is a long one, so grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, your drinks, whatever you need. If you're working, put your AirPods in, whatever you need to do, because I got you a long one today, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Without further ado, let's get into the clips.
I personally don't agree with a lot of things Trump is saying, but this one specific thing makes sense to me. To all the people that's on Section 8, he is giving y'all 2 years to get on your feet. Trump said stop being dependent and become independent. I agree. I'm not no hating ass bitch. I'm not knocking nobody's situation. But if you really think about it, Section 8 is only to assist you to get on your feet. Section 8 is a stepping stone to get you on your feet. Section 8 is not something you should depend on for the rest of your life. This is buying designer clothes, but you're in public housing. If you can buy designers, you can pay your house rent without assistance. Let that sink in. If you can buy designers, you can pay your house rent without assistance. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of single mothers out here also that need those type of assistance. But if you just comfortably living off Section 8 and don't care, that's crazy to me. That's the reason why nobody else can get in, because y'all be on Section 8 for years. Y'all not thinking outside the box. Y'all being so dependent. Stop being so dependent and let's become independent.
We out here because they think they can take over our city.
This EBT member, she ain't think she owns fucking Washington, D.C. United States owns Washington, D.C. And motherfucker, you don't own shit in Washington, D.C. You don't own property. You don't own pavement. You don't own parking lots. You don't own nothing. What you mean, our city?
They call this a fashion takeover, but whose streets do these look like, Chuck?
So are you telling me if I get like 20 people and we walk down the street, down Walt Disney Avenue, we own Walt Disney now? That's not how it works. Y'all don't know. Do y'all even know how this works?
Whose streets do they look like? They look like our motherfucking streets.
Are y'all really protesting the fact that black children and black men's lives are being saved? EBT 101. They don't value lives, y'all. Skedaddle.
You guys know how food stamps actually works, right? So Texas just came out that they're not allowing quote-unquote junk food to be bought with SNAP benefits anymore. Now, if you don't know what SNAP benefits are, those are also food stamps. It's the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. Now, please tell me that you guys know that the SNAP program is not an emergency fund. Okay, because the maggots over on Facebook are heavily under the impression that food stamps are an emergency fund that you can use when you can't put food on the table. That's why they think people are living off of it. That's why they think people are frauding the system, because they don't even know what the system is. They don't know how it works. They don't know what it's for. And their own idiocy is leading to the downfall of this fucking country. It is called the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which means they give you this, they supplement your income with money specifically for food. They have all these calculations and stuff, what like a family of a certain size, how much food they, should go through in a year, essentially, to be quote unquote healthy. These are all numbers that the government has come up with. That's what they go off of, and they base your income off of it. And then based on what your income is, based to how much a family of, like in my instance, a family of 5 eats in a year, they will supplement part of that missing money so that your family doesn't go fucking hungry. And people still seem to think that there's people out here just fucking living off the government, that they're living off their food. Off what? In this fucking economy? Whose fucking food stamps benefits are lasting the whole month in this fucking economy? Whose? Tell me. Tell me. Because I'm sure it's going to be a fucking racist ass answer. So tell me. Because as someone who is, not only is part of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, I have been since I've 18, I'm also a working class blue collar mom, which means I pay into that tax system that I also benefit from. You people are really out here thinking that SNAP is a fucking emergency program. It's not. It is not an emergency program. Do some research on the programs you're trying to take fucking down. And that's the thing, is maggots are out here trying to fucking take down these programs, and they don't even know what these programs are actually doing. And they themselves could probably benefit from the programs as well. And they're just pissed because, one, they either don't have the fucking time to do it, or maybe they make just enough. I have seen struggling couples with children be told they make $5 too much for assistance, yet they're going hungry multiple times a week. Do you guys really want to talk about that, or do you just want to complain that you think that the system is the fucking problem?
Lee with Housing Authority. Hey, how you doing, sir? Is Jasmine Thornton there?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Lee with Housing Authority. We're here to serve an eviction. I don't know, they said that you people, that you had, 30-day notice, everything. Hold on, sir. Please, sir, don't touch him. Sir, sir, listen. Everybody calm down. Okay, who is are you, who's this, ma'am?
That's my boyfriend.
Oh, okay. How you doing? I'm Lee with Housing Authority.
I'm good. What's going on?
She is currently late on her rent, 3 months behind.
Late on my rent?
Yeah.
3 months behind?
Yeah, and this is my mover. He's moving things. He's the, the one that's, my part of my team.
Hold on,
listen, bro. Listen. Can you talk to him? Listen, y'all. Everybody, calm down. Everybody, just relax. He is supposed to be moving things.
Well, I ain't getting no letter. I don't know this shit. This ain't that.
Listen, bro. Listen, I need everybody to come. Listen, bro. Calm. You need to relax, bro. Listen, you need to calm down. Listen, bro. He is doing his job. He is doing his job.
He ain't tell me.
He is doing his job.
He ain't tell me.
Listen.
He ain't tell me.
Listen. I got the letter right here. Listen. Here's the letter. Here you go.
I ain't never get none of this.
So they said they've been giving you notices for like the past 3 months. You haven't been. You're late. They give you 30 days.
I paid you rent. I paid you. What you talking about? You should have paid this earlier. I did.
Listen. It's free. Listen.
Watch out.
Listen, bro. Hey, sir, we got. Hold on. We have to call authorities. We got to call authorities.
Take that, boy.
Relax. We have to call authorities. This stuff has to go. She has a 30-day notice. This is the day. We're serving the eviction. She didn't go to court. She didn't even show up. So
I didn't know nothing about this. That's going on right now. No, and you ain't giving me no letter, bro. Y'all just now showing this.
Yo, we sent it to. Sir, can you please?
So what's going on?
Sir, can you calm down?
Tell me what's going on, bro.
Sir,
You
can
ain't
you
telling me, bro. You ain't telling me enough information.
Hey,
What you doing, bro? This ain't that, bro.
Listen.
This ain't that, boss.
Listen,
This ain't that.
sir.
This ain't that.
Tommy, relax, bro. Listen, you need to calm down.
Tell this man.
Listen, sir. Do your job. Do your job. Listen, so.
Flash screens everywhere. Stop playing. That's fine.
It's fine.
That's okay.
Bro, move.
Should have made that rent instead of them flash screens.
Move all this stuff up.
That's like we everything. Obviously, it's fine.
So.
Look at here, bro. Watch out, bro. I got my.
Move. You need to get out. 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 Whatever you gotta do. Get it.
I'm moving shit right by the door. Wait.
No, it gotta get out this house, sir. You need to go out this house. Everything. So grab. We'll give y'all a couple minutes to grab whatever you're gonna get.
What's going on?
You got any hip
No
injuries?
question on babies. We got the babies. Don't worry about all that.
Like I said, man, they said you missed court. They said you didn't come. All that. So.
Y'all left the baby right here. It's a baby right here. Y'all left. No, that's my son. I know. He good.
So, Hey, so you can start you can move that court. You can start by with that court. They're not taking that. You can take that. Just start moving someone. Sir, do we have to call the authorities? We have to get this stuff out because we gotta go. We gotta get all this stuff out. Okay, I conducted my investigation. Jasmine Thornton, everything is good. Get what y'all gotta get. We can move this stuff out. I'm gonna give y'all an hour.
I had to cancel my vacation with my family because where we were going to go and vacation at, they have already stopped certain things of being able to be purchased with EBT. Well, because of this, that would mean I would have to buy the majority of my family's food out of pocket. And that would dig into my money I have for fun things. So I had no other choice but to cancel the trip. My family is so sad about this, and so am I. I don't understand why people want to control what other people buy with their EBT. Like, how is it your business what I buy with my EBT?
Baby, y'all see what they're doing with that Section E program, huh? It's crazy how they're doing everything. So if you've been on Section E for 20, 30, 40 years, they're telling you that you got to be out of there within like the next, I think, 60 days. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're letting you know that it's no longer. But they're giving you a 2-year grace period if you just recently own it. But the Section E program is being cut. You got to get out. And it's just crazy all over the world. And at the same time that they telling people they got to get off of Section 8, and they no longer be on Section 8, especially when you've been on it for that long, and when you've been passing it down, they like they don't care. You got to go. With that being said, they also created a law where it's illegal to be homeless. So you can't be on Section 8. It's illegal to be homeless. So they're arresting homeless people and telling them they can't be on the street, dragging their cots and their tents and stuff off the street, putting them in garbage cans. Because now they're saying it's illegal to be homeless. But yet, they're putting you off of a program that assists you. Because Section 8 ain't free. You have to pay some of that bill. They don't just give you the whole thing. Some people may get 100%, but not, baby, that's rare. Section 8 ain't free. They putting you off a program that will assist you to pay your rent. And now they telling you it's illegal to be homeless. So we can't make it make sense. They also messing with those people at the nursing home. They closing wings because of the Medicaid is cut. It's over with. And so basically they're telling you, go check on your people at the nursing home. This is happening in real time. If you've seen this video and you on that program, get yourself together because you may not have received your letter yet, but you know who you are. Get yourself together. Get your family together. Do what you got to do. Go see what you can do. Rent out a room, rent out a section, or do something like that. But you guys be blessed.
Hey guys, it's Sexy Chandra from Sexy Sundays. So I'm sorry to announce that we are not accepting Section 8 anymore. Unfortunately, we got our letters a couple of days ago about the qualifications for Section 8. If we have a tenant that's been in there for a long time and they're on Section 8, they now have 24 months from the time they got their letter to pay full rent or find other housing needs. These are the qualifications. You have to be 50 and older with a disability in order to continue with Section 8. That means you have to be receiving SSI. If you are under age 50, you have to have a disabled child in order for them to continue with the Section 8. That disabled child must be in some type of programs. You must provide all of the information, autistic, ADHD, whatever you have to prove that you are getting a SSI check for that child. You have to be getting something for that child in order to stay on. So with the new administration coming down hard, we are no longer accepting Section 8. I just hate that because so many of us depend on it, but so many of us abuse it as well. But what do you guys think? If any landlords are out there, and let me know what you guys think. Are you stopping accepting Section 8, or are you going to continue to take it? Peace, guys.
I am on public housing assistance, and however, let me clear that up. it took a while before I even applied for public housing assistance because I'm in between jobs like crazy. I've been paying market rent all my life before anybody say, yeah, she just saying that because she on public housing assistance and she just doing that because she trying to milk the system for life. No, my goal was not to milk the system for life, but it did help me temporary because I will be moving. Now, let me put this on here. I will be moving back out and back into market rent apartments, okay? But there are some people, everybody ain't just passing through like me. There are some people that cannot afford, like me, to move off of Section 8, okay? I know people that got 5+ kids. They cannot afford that. And whatever choices that they made that was poorly, that is on them. Nobody is walking this earth is perfect, man. It is some rude, ignorant ass people on here that's talking about, oh, I hope it get cut off. Really?
Yeah, so we're going to address that 5 kids comment that she made because that's a part of the problem, right? But first, I just want to give credit where credit is due. There are a lot of black people who have taken to the internet to express how they support President Trump and what he's doing because they already know, right? Black people know more than anybody else how toxic this program actually is and how this doesn't really benefit us in the long run.
I personally don't agree with a lot of things Trump is saying, but this one specific thing makes sense to me. To all the people that's on Section 8, he is giving y'all 2 years to get on your feet. Trump said stop being dependent and become independent. I agree. I'm not no hating ass bitch. I'm not knocking nobody's situation. But if you really think about it, Section 8 is only to assist you to get on your feet. Section 8 is a stepping stone to get you on your feet. Section 8 is not something you should depend on for the rest of your life. Government assistance is not something you should depend on for the rest of your life. Keyword, assistance, to assist you. Y'all done got too comfortable. Too comfortable. There's people that's been on Section 8 for like 10+ years. That's a long time. Within that amount of time, you should have a lot of money saved up in your bank account. In your savings account. Y'all too busy buying the newest shoes, buying the hottest cars, trying to keep up with the trend, buying designer purses, buying designer clothes, but you're in public housing. If you can buy designers, you can pay your house rent without assistance. Let that sink in. If you can buy designers, you can pay your house rent without assistance. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of single mothers out here also that need those type of assistance. But if you're just comfortably living off Section 8 and don't care, that's crazy to me. That's the reason why nobody else can get in, because y'all be on Section 8 for years. Y'all not thinking outside the box. Y'all being so dependent. Stop being so dependent and let's become independent.
Trump is not wrong for limited amount of years that you could be on Section 8. Let's be real. Some of these people been on Section 8 since I was a kid and I'm 19 years old. You've been on Section 8 for 19 months.
So let me get this straight. The guy with gold toilets wants to end Section 8? So the Trump administration is now floating the idea of cutting Section 8. You know, the program that keeps grandma from living in her car or a mother with children living in a shelter. But wait, billionaires get tax breaks the size of Texas, and that's all cool. But helping people afford a 1-bedroom? Socialism. This ain't about budget, y'all. It's about punishment. Nothing says make America great again like making the poor homeless and building more golf courses at Mar-a-Lago. The cherry on top is some of you are actually out here cheering this on. Like you ain't got a voucher in your cousin's name and a P.O. box in your aunt's zip code. Be serious. Should your landlord be a politician too? Or should we start actually voting like housing matters? Because rich people ain't playing. They want everything.
President Trump, I was rocking with you until this no Section 8 thing. You're trying to tell me that Section 8 is only for disabled people and veterans. So people with kids can't just live off of Section 8 no more. And you're trying to tell me you think it's okay for single mothers that keep having children, you know, and the fathers keep leaving. They just, oh well, poor people. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. That now I'm going to have to see these doggone people everywhere. You mean, now they got to get jobs, Donald Trump. So you trying to tell me when I go out of my house, I got to see them now? At least when it was like generational poverty situation, I could go to place and I knew what they wasn't there. Now they gonna be there. So now I gotta go to all of these places and they gonna have jobs working there. I was rocking with you for a minute, and now you're trying to tell me that I gotta go to places and see these folks? What is wrong with you, President Trump? How dare you? How dare you take our peace away?
I want to bring some clarification with my receipts. There was no 2-year cap put on Section 8 yesterday. So here are facts. The White House has a 2026 budget proposal for Section 8, and that's only for non-elderly, non-disabled people to improve self-sufficiency, but there's going to be stuff written into that too. Section 8 vouchers still follow the same rules, and you can call your Section 8 office and ask on Monday. And I want everybody to disagree with me to do that and send me $1 when they're wrong. But now you know the bill is on the table. Now you can do something about it, and you can start being self-sufficient now and figuring it out. You got like a year to do it. I mean, we can't. That's all we can do.
The government don't owe you nothing. Y'all mad at Trump because of the new rules and regulations he set in place, but the government don't owe you nothing. The government didn't make you lay down with that BS dude. The government didn't make you drop out of school. The government didn't make you mess with all these different cats or have 10 kids. The government didn't make you do that. So when they start snatching benefits away and y'all mad, oh, what about single parents? What about this? What about that? What if that never existed? What would you be doing? That's what you should be doing right now. What if that never existed? What if Section 8, food stamps, none of those things ever existed, housing? What if that never existed? What would you be doing if that never existed? So since they put it out there in the open for everybody to apply and see can they get approved for it, now everybody feels obligated to it. You're not obligated to get government assistance. You're not obligated to get housing, Section 8. Do what you would be doing if all of that never existed. That's what
He did not sign an executive order for a 2-year ban on Section 8. We as Americans, we need to stop listening to illusory truth effect and start finding out real information, not from social media. You can live in Section 8 as long as you qualify for that voucher. And don't be Drew Jenkins. Don't move people into your home just so you can get some na-na and a free babysitter. And always turn in your income. And for those that don't know what illusory truth effect is, I will explain it to you the best that I can. It is a cognitive bias where a false statement is spread to make it sound credible and appear to be true. This often happens when things seem familiar to people. So people are associating him with doing a bunch of devious things. So they would think, well, why wouldn't he do that? He did not. Have the day you deserve.
Me and my 6 kids are homeless now because of who you voted for. Donald Trump decided to change the guidelines for Section 8. I cannot believe this. Listen.
Okay, a mother of 6 is now homeless after losing her Section 8 housing voucher. So she is angry about the changes. But the reality of her story shows exactly why the reform is needed. She has 6 children to care for, right? But she has not been working. Instead, she relied entirely on government aid to cover her rent. Now that the program is being tightened under President Trump's guidelines, her safety net is gone. And she's faced with the responsibility she avoided for years and years and years, providing for her family through work. And this is the hard truth. Programs like the Section 8, they were designed as a temporary bridge, not a permanent lifestyle. For too long, able-bodied adults have used it as a way to avoid employment, while taxpayers foot the bill. So meanwhile, millions of working Americans, many of them with kids of their own, right, juggle multiple jobs to keep a roof over their heads without any help from the government. And Trump's reforms send the right message, actually. Housing assistance must be limited, targeted, and tied to responsibility. And families who truly need help, such as the elderly or disabled, will still get support. But those who are able to work should not expect, like, the taxpayer funding forever, right? And raising kids is tough. No doubt, I raised 2 kids by myself too, but choosing to have a large family also comes with responsibility. America cannot keep bailing out parents who expect the system to raise their children for them. And honestly, I see the difference every day at home. My partner always tells me, oh, you don't have to go to work. I make enough money for us. But I choose to go to work because I don't want to sit at home bored. And that's the point. Responsibility is a choice, and Trump's reforms push people to take it. In the end, this mother's story doesn't show a failure of policy. It shows why reform was necessary, and housing aid should be a stepping stone toward independence, not a permanent escape from responsibility.
Trump says Section 8 is only for the disabled and the veterans. I know y'all mad. Y'all steady in my comments. Oh, so what about the single mothers? What about you? If you wasn't laying down with Tom, Dick, and Harry, you wouldn't have no worries. You would have a good man at home, taking care of the bills and you as he should. But instead, you want to be in the street, in the club, bouncing and throwing it all in a circle and meeting whoever just to come lay between your legs, give you a baby, then he gone. And then you expect for government to give a damn about you? You need to do something different with your life and stop worrying about if the government is going to assist you with certain things that you feel as though you need to survive in life. He don't owe you nothing. Stop reporting them. Stop. I seen a lady in my comments today talking about, we working to get you blocked off of TikTok right now. You always got something to say about us on Section 8. Well, do something different with your life, lady. If it bothers you that much and you sick of people talking about you like a dog, then do something about it. That's all I got to tell you.
Y'all, I was sitting here crying because they closed my food stamp case. So yeah, I was just thinking about some shit like, why would they do that to me? But if you got food stamps and you want to sell them, if you have $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to spend on prom, you have no right complaining about your food stamps being cut off or food stamps, I no longer can buy soda and snacks. If you can spend thousands of dollars for a one-day event at prom, why are you bitching about food stamps and not being able to buy soda and junk food? Let's make it make sense. And don't say, oh, you're hating because you ain't got no food stamps. Am I a little tight that I ain't got no food stamps? Yeah. But baby, I make shit work. I don't rely on the system, but at the same time, how are you complaining about food stamps, but you just spent thousands of dollars on prom? Let's make it make sense. Because it's not making no sense over here. I'm scrolling on my feed and I'm like, yo, how is this mom even complaining about food stamps, but you just did all this money for prom? Fuck your kid in a Rolls Royce for. Why your daughter got on a $5,000 dress, but you're complaining about your food stamps are being cut in half? The math's not mathing.
The fact that Trump wants to take away food stamps, WIC, Social Security, Medicaid, breaks my heart. It fucking breaks my heart because my daughter, she's barely 2 months, and she depends on fucking WIC. She depends on her fucking formula. I don't breastfeed. I never breastfeed all of my kids. And it really makes me mad that he wants to take away my daughter's food. Why? Why would you do that to them? Why? I just don't understand why. It just...
Interested, scroll, controversial subject, and just unapologetic. If you are somebody who has come down on the folks that rely on food stamps or help from the government. But right now I'm focusing on food programs, right? Whether it's food stamps or whatever your county, city, town, whatever provides. If you've never been in that position, or you have called somebody, well, that's why they're, or somebody who's fat, you've come down on them because they eat like crap. All right. If you're somebody who has looked down upon a mother feeding her kid junk, if you for some reason feel that you are qualified to be a self-righteous asshole, listen up, because this is for you. Did you ever think for a moment these people didn't get handed anything in life? Maybe they did. Maybe they lost it. Maybe they've been handed every difficult thing that's ever come their way. Maybe it's laziness. Maybe it's an undiagnosed medical issue. But here's the trap. Tell me how we end this cycle, okay? Tell me how it's fair. Tell me how it's fair. How are we serving our brothers and sisters? A lot of people, whether they're skilled or not, educated or not, they are fighting to survive right now, especially financially. So you already have people that don't have a lot of extra income, okay? And then, have you gone to the grocery store? Tell me the God's honest truth. Have you ever had to go to the grocery store and worry about feeding your family, whether you're a family of 4 or 5 or whatever, but you only have $12 in your pocket, or you only have $6 in your bank account? Have you ever looked at grocery prices or any food prices from that lens? Have you ever been in that position? Because let me tell you what's not going to make it on your list. Fruits, vegetables, basically anything healthy, gluten-free items, those are luxuries. And if you have been so blessed to live your entire life up until this point and not have ever had to thought of those basic items as luxuries, then you do not get to weigh in on if somebody is fat or if somebody deserves, because it is a vicious, vicious cycle. And I promise you don't know their story. So I don't care if you have to go back to what hopefully someone taught you in like kindergarten, that if you don't have anything nice to say, shut up. I have witnessed some things today that just pushed me over the edge. I have lived that way multiple times. I know that feeling. I know what it's like to, as an adult who is in charge of taking care of the family, what it feels like to feel hunger in your belly and look at your children and you're not sure how you're going to stretch that $6. And you wish so badly that you could buy them something healthy, that you could afford those berries. I am one of the hardest workers you'll ever meet. You cannot blame it on my work ethic. And it's none of your business what my story is. I should not have to justify myself to you with anything, for any reason. Shame on you. Shame on you. If I can just get one person to hear me and to think before they say something stupid and ignorant and merciless and ugly, then I don't care how stupid I look crying on the internet right now. You don't know anyone's story. And you know what? At this day and age, I know you've heard that. There is no adult that has gone this long in life and has not heard somebody say, everyone has a story. So you have no excuse. And if you really haven't considered that everyone has a story that you know nothing about, then you need to get out of your stupid high tower and join the real world. Because people are fighting out here. They're fighting to survive. And what if you are the person that says that one last thing that pushes them over the edge? And if you're the person that's got this far and you heard that comment I just made about what if it's you that makes that comment and you had a response that was anything but loving or compassionate, if you said, well, fine, we're better off without them, or let them, they're weak. If you had any other response than compassion, you are the problem. And you are hurt and damaged way deeper than you even know. Your heart is ugly and cold. But I bet you do know that. Even if you're rich, even if you're beautiful, even if you have grown up with a silver spoon, you know you're ugly. You feel it inside. And I guarantee you probably hate yourself. So 7.5 minutes later, I'll be surprised if 3 people have gotten this far. But I get the feeling that people that maybe have made it this far are probably people who have been in the situations that I'm describing. Give people a break. Sure, there are bad apples out there that abuse programs or lazy or whatever, but you know what? There's bad apples in every slice of the pie. Don't contribute to it, you know? Be better.
For whatever reason, this is an unpopular opinion, but if somebody goes through the entire process of applying for food stamps, like submitting all of their financial documentation and sitting on hold for 3 hours, just approve the food stamps. Give them the food. Like, you basically have to submit your entire life story to get that stuff approved, and through so many technicalities, people don't get approved for it. Like, just approve the food stamps. Like, people want to eat. People can't eat. There's enough food. Just approve it.
So, y'all, I got some sad news. That lady lied. I got denied for the food stamps. Now, why would she hype me up like that when I asked her? Had me send over all them damn pay stubs all up in my business. And want to say, oh no, you're going to get approved. I see it right here. You're going to get approved. Denied. So yeah. No food stamps for me, y'all. I knew it was some bullshit because I know how much I make. But the way she convinced me over the phone, she said the guidelines had changed and sent over all my information. So I'm about to call them right now because you know the Sunbucks that you get for your kids. I didn't receive it last year, and apparently you get it right on your access card. So, lady, can you still just send me out an access card so I can get my Sunbucks, my 120 for my daughter? Because I need that. It's 120, and I want it.
This is China, who claims on 5th of August her EBT app showed that someone stole over $400 of food stamps. But China decided to cry and beg on the 14th of this month. But I am just bringing awareness. You see, she pulled a similar scam last month. You see, what China does is post useless content to up her followers and get on the FYP. As you can see, no mention of the stolen stamps in the past 10 days. Then she cries, begs, and eats in your face. But I'm just bringing awareness.
No health questions, no medical exam, no blood tests. I just assumed life insurance would be way over my budget. No one kept the kind of budget.
This is for those kind-hearted people who flooded her with Walmart orders and CA payments yesterday. Mark your calendars to give next month. Because as you know, I am just bringing awareness.
My impression of a Trump voter who is on food stamps. Here it is. So I have 5 kids, and I voted for Trump because I agreed with everything he was saying. I thought we should cut the waste from the government. But I get $2,800 a month for food stamps for my children, and he just cut it back. All the cuts he made in the big beautiful bill cut my food stamps down to $350 a month. How am I supposed to feed 5 kids on $350 a month? I can't really work because I have 5 kids and my husband is gone. So I have to stay home and raise all these kids, and the government was giving me money. So when I voted for the government to cut all the waste, fraud, and abuse, I didn't know they meant me. Here's the paper that proves they cut my food stamps.
What I've read and what people have told me, there is a plan to rearrange SNAP and change the rules so that people on food stamps can only buy healthy food. No candy, no sweets, no ice cream, no donuts, no nothing, just healthy food. And people are celebrating this, which is no surprise to me because I grew up in a school that made my dad even poorer than he already was, where they sat there and told me that people on food stamps and poor people don't deserve to have enjoyments. When are y'all just gonna admit that you do not like poor people? You hate them for some reason, from what I've heard my entire life. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jesus would go, no, you can't have that. No, you're on SNAP. I'm sorry. You can have this, though. No, you can't have that. I know it tastes, you can't have it, though, okay, because you're on SNAP. You're poor. Those people over there, though, that aren't, that work harder than you and therefore are of more moral fiber than you are, can have sweets. That's what Jesus would do, right? Some of you just need to admit that you think poor people are of low moral fiber. And because you think that poor people are of low moral fiber, you want to punish them. It makes you feel good to see them not be able to have anything they like. And that you think people with a lot of money must be of high moral fiber, which is twisted and disgusting and sacrilegious.
First of all, I don't even get what her argument is, because if the government didn't care about poor people, they would allow them to continue to buy junk food, which would be detrimental to their health. The government is showing that they care about poor people by helping them to promote more of a healthy choice. Buy healthy food with the food stamp. Now, if you want to buy the junk food and the sweets, use your own money. Do you guys think that it's fair for the government to do this, or you guys think the government should just leave people alone and let them buy whatever they want?
Have you guys seen this receipt floating around the internet? It's supposedly from a Venezuelan woman showing her EBT or food stamp balance of over $13,000. I'm sorry, but this infuriates me, and I hope it infuriates you, that we're giving illegal immigrants this kind of money for food when we have Americans who are struggling week to week or month to month, deciding if they're going to pay an electric bill over putting groceries on the table. Mind you, these people make what used to be a livable wage, but because of inflation, they can no longer afford these things. And so they're having to sacrifice utilities like electric, water versus food. This is ridiculous. This should piss you off. We have Americans who apply for food stamps and they're told no, that they can't have them because they make too much money. But yet we're going to help out the illegal immigrants that come across our borders illegally. We're going to give them places to live. We're going to give them food. We're going to give them phones. But we can't take care of our own? When are the American people going to say enough is enough? This is ridiculous. I truly hope this pisses you off as much as it pisses me off.
Some of y'all mugs make me sick and shouldn't have kids. I swear to God, y'all shouldn't. I'm sorry, I had to take a second to calm down. This lady really pissed me off. So this lady comes into my seafood counter and she says, can I get 2 clusters of king crab legs and about 1.5 pounds of them colossal shrimp? Now I want you to keep in mind that king crab legs are $20 some odd a pound and the colossal shrimp are like $15, $16 a pound. She says, hey, can I get those steamed with Cajun seasoning? Yeah, no problem. Sure, I'll season them for you. As I'm putting them in the steamer, she says, hey, can I pay for those with EBT? I was like, yeah, you sure can, because you're buying them cold and we're cooking them for you. Sure. So I'm always nice and polite with people, strike up conversation, waste a few minutes while the food's cooking and we get to talking about, having kids and whatnot. So I'm talking about my kids being in school, and she says, yeah, my kids are in school right now too. I'm just out doing a little shopping. And she says, we're hitting it a little rough right now, and I tell my kids, eat all you can while you're at school because we don't know when you'll get your next meal. Then she proceeds to tell me how much she gets in food stamps, and she says, well, I figure while they're at school, I'll go ahead and get me a little snack so I can have something good to eat for lunch. What the fuck did you just say to me? So you're sending your kids to school to eat fucking Tito's Taquerios and goddamn dino nuggets, and you're out here eating like a fucking king, eating king crab and shrimp for lunch? I'm sorry, but your crack-headed looking ass, methed out looking ass with fucking 2 black teeth in the front of your mouth don't need to be eating king crab and fucking colossal shrimp. You need to be slurping up some fucking ramen noodles or something and let your kids eat some real food. So I obviously have to remain professional because I obviously don't want to lose my job. But when I tell you, if I could have threw that fucking shrimp and them crab legs at her, I would have in a heartbeat. It would be a cold day in hell before I let my kids go without, or before I eat better than my children do. So let's just say for all intents and purposes that her total was $40, $50. Do you know how many sandwiches you could make with $40 to $50, or how many ramen noodles you could get with $40 to $50 that your kids could eat instead of sending them to school to eat damn chicken nuggets and school lunch pizzas that are fucking disgusting? I would go back to being homeless again, eating out of trash cans and dumpsters before I let my kids go without a decent meal, or before I send them walking around looking like little ragamuffins. It's people like you that make everybody think negative about the EBT system or helping families in need. It's people like you that shouldn't have kids and that DHS should come and take away from them. Now, I ain't sorry if I offended some of you, which I probably did, but I said what I said and I stand by it.
I've received a letter stating that they're downsizing my voucher with no reason after approved accommodation was set. It's the truth. Donald Trump's budget for 2025 slashes HUD funding by 43%, over $30 billion, sending local housing authorities into panic and reducing housing sizes like mine. And it doesn't even matter if you have a disability, if your mother just got out of a coma, if you struggle with mental health crises, they don't care. Even if you've already been approved for your housing voucher, it doesn't matter. This is real and happening now. It's happening to my family. Over 300,000 families across the United States can potentially lose their housing. Even with budget cuts, housing still has to follow the law. It is vital that if you have HUD, you speak up, know your rights, and share this.
You happy now? For Mr. Shami? All of you guys. America, it.
Strong words from the wife of this Lovejoy Corner Deli owner as she left his court arraignment today with their daughter throwing up the bird to cameras.
This defendant is accused of flagrantly abusing the public trust.
A grand jury indicted 37-year-old Ahmed Al-Shami for food stamp fraud. Investigators say he would exchange money with individuals to use their EBT cards, then go to big box retailers to purchase items for his store. Transactions totaling almost $4,000.
He was selling Pepsi for 99 cents a 2-liter. You can't buy Pepsi for 99 cents for a 2-liter if you're an independent store owner. You have to charge more.
Buffalo Councilmember Richard Fontana lives near the deli. He says a lot of illegal activity has been going on at the store, and it has been a major problem for the Lovejoy community.
He was essentially the worst store owner I've seen in my 20 years in City Hall.
Trump said you can only get on Section 8 if you're a veteran or a disabled person. Now listen, I agree. If you are of sound mind and good health, you need to get up and figure it out just like the rest of us. Stop having kids so you can ride the wave. The government shouldn't have to help you. At the end of the day, we're all independent. We can get up and grind. Do it like I do it. What do you mean? Why not? We're sick of people just riding the government's wave. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to just get housing, pay half of my rent, and then use these food stamps. If I need more, I'm going to just pop out another baby. What? What happened to go get it out the mud? What happened to work hard for what you want? What happened to that type of thing? You should leave that for people who really need it. People who are missing organs. People who have, they're mentally can't, you know what I'm saying? People who need this type of help. Y'all don't. Let's be honest. Y'all don't.
What the fuck you do, right? Give me my food stamp card.
I know you ain't come up here.
Give me my motherfucking
You
food stamp
suck use
card.
the food stamp
No, you spending my food stamp.
You use the card for
no,
our kids.
give
What
me
you
my
talking
shit.
about?
Look, and then you over here buying all this fucking junk.
What
Give
you
me
mean
my
this is
shit.
for our kids?
Give me my shit.
Why the fuck is you
Give me
yelling
my
at me?
shit.
Dog, you doing too fucking much.
Give me
man.
my
Chill out, baby
shit.
mom. This is
Give
for our
me my
kids.
shit.
I'm shopping
Give
for
me-
our kids.
No, give me my
I'm
shit.
shopping
My
for our
food stamps
kids.
is for me. It ain't for you and it ain't for him. It's
Dog,
my shit.
is you serious?
Yeah,
You
I'm
suck and
serious.
use the card
I
to
don't
get our
care.
kids some food?
I don't care.
Why the fuck is
That's
you
my food stamps.
You doing too
Give me
fucking
my
much,
shit.
baby mama. Chill
Give
the
me
fuck
my
up.
shit.
Huh? You
Give
can
me
have this
my
shit.
shit.
Broke ass. I'm
Yeah,
fucked up, man.
alright. Your broke ass want to use my food stamps though.
I'm getting really frustrated today with the way that our government handles people being able to eat. Like, we shouldn't have to jump through all these hoops to get some fucking food, let alone people like me who are poor and have dietary issues and have foods that they can't eat that are affordable, that like fit within the budget of food stamps, but I can't eat them because I'm gonna get sick. So today, for example, I get to choose between eating and being sick, and I chose not to eat because I really don't feel like being sick and being on my period. So like, I just want to be able to eat without stress. I want to be able to eat without feeling like I have to ask people for food or for money for food because my food stamps aren't enough.
Yes, I know that some of these are fake or trying to be funny, but it's not funny. Also, I got a comment like, oh, you only get like a few seconds into their lives. We don't know their situation. It's true. And I never sat here and said I knew their situation or anything like that. Everybody's situation's different. Not everybody on EBT or Section 8 is abusing it. There's people who truly need it. And I'm not talking about those ones at all. So I'm not judging anybody. I'm just simply showing what they're putting out there and showing you guys. So yeah, just wanted to say that because I saw a comment yesterday about that.
All right, now, someone has to make some sort of sense of why people are tripping so hard off of this, food stamp stuff. Yes, food stamp is essential for some people, and some people really do need the help for food stamps. And if that's the case, I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about the ones that will not accept a job position because they're only worried about food stamps. And when you see the new qualifications on who qualifies for food stamps now, they want you to work 80 hours a month. And so that's 20 hours a week. And to everybody else, that's part-time. I work a full-time job. I don't make like the astronomical amount, but I know I couldn't survive off of part-time at all. So I'm just like, I don't get why people would sacrifice full income versus food stamp income that you can't even apply on bills, that you can't even apply on your water bill, that you can't even put toward rent. So I'm like, and I'm in Georgia now. I know California, you get cash aid and all that stuff. So yeah, probably California got a little bit more benefits to SNAP than what Georgia's given. And Georgia will pull the plug on your SNAP even if you just don't follow up, or if you miss your, you get a default on your calls, but they be playing with you over here. They won't even call you. They'll say that they called you for your interview or whatever, and you won't even get a call. And then they'll put you in default. And you got to wait that 45 days. But yeah, I think this is a really bad situation that could happen now where people are just so stuck on, I need food stamps. Okay, but can you just calculate it in your head that 80 hours a month is part-time? So split your check directly in half. Like if you're making $1,500, you're making probably like $600-700. That's it for your month. with your little free food stamps. That's like your remaining three. If you have one kid, I'm sure you only get like 200. If you got two kids, you got like 300, maybe 50, maybe 400. But that's like invisible money. That's on a card. That's all uploaded on a card. You can't put that on no bills. You can't put that on nothing. So people really need to stop this whole, oh, I'm not going to take the position because my food stamps are going to get cut off. You're sacrificing invisible funds that you're only using on food instead of the full 160 hours that you're going to put in for a regular full-time job in 1 month. Somebody please explain why people are stressing off of losing food stamps versus just having a full-time job. And especially if you're in a 2-person income household, you shouldn't be worried about just the food stamps. You're sacrificing a whole 2 paychecks to get food stamps for just food. There's food pantries. Dollar Tree still got food. Like, I'm not saying go shopping at Dollar Tree. Aldi is the cheapest place you can go get actual groceries. So I don't know. I just don't know what everyone's mindset is as far as like, oh, let's stress about food stamps instead of just getting a full-time job. I don't get it. I don't qualify. I haven't qualified. Been there, done that. My mom had Section 8 food stamps and all that stuff, you know, when I was younger. And now I just kind of see that it's like, okay, so you sacrifice your actual income for just food stamps. And to me, I don't want to be part of that. I'm like, I'd rather just work a full-time job. I'd rather have a 2-person income household than a part-time income household with free food. And again, I'm not speaking directly to people who actually need food stamps, who, yes, we are in a job market right now for us where it's very, very hard to get positions. It's very, very hard to get work from home jobs. It's very, very hard and it's very competitive to get in-office jobs, all that. Completely understand. Food stamps is definitely for when you're down and out. You have no other options. I've had to get on Medicaid when I was pregnant when I first got here because I lost my job and all that stuff, and I did not have medical insurance. And of course, I was pregnant. I was scared. So yes, resources like that from the state are definitely useful for people who need them. And I would never shit on anybody who needs food stamps, who needs the resources. Yes, I'm talking about the people who will give up a whole job offer for just food stamps. I just want you to understand that sometimes the sacrifice that you're putting yourself through is not necessary to have the government hovering over your paycheck every day, every week, every month. Sometimes it's really not worth it. It's just worth it to just go out there and do the work and go get a full-time job and secure that money in your pocket and not have Uncle Sam peeking in your paycheck. That's all I'm saying.
TikTok, you means to tell me I can't buy no more junk food with my food stamps? Huh? Well, damn, what if I wanted to start my own treats business? What about my kids' birthdays? I got 5 kids. I can't surprise them with a custom character cake from Publix or Walmart? What about Halloween? I ain't gonna be able to participate and pass out candy. What about my kids' after school snacks, y'all? My kids gonna be hangry or hungry before I pick them up from after school program. We don't like Olipop sodas and veggie sticks. They nasty. And then we can't even buy no hot food with the food stamps unless it's a natural disaster. I got a question for you, Brechin or Brechin, because you the one who started all this with your new house bill. Can we still buy seafood with the food stamps? Are you gonna make the healthier foods cheaper? If we can't have the junk food, we need the healthy food. Can you make it a little cheaper? Because eggs is $10 a carton. Child, let me go stockpile on these junk foods before the ban starts. Call me back.
Some of y'all the biggest hypocrites that ever live, and I can't stand y'all. Yeah, I can't stand you. I'm talking to you. If you was one of the ones that got on here, or you've been having a conversation with your friends and your family, yeah, that's what they get. If those people on food stamps, they're not gonna be able to buy those chips and Little Debbie's, and they're not gonna be able to buy all this junk food. Well, if you so worried about these children's health, Why don't you, without your food stamp paying self, with your debit card or credit card, won't you stop it? If it's about health, don't you buy another cookie? Don't you buy another little debit? Don't you buy no chips? Don't you buy no noodles? Don't you buy your kids no soda? Matter of fact, don't even buy your kids nothing to drink. Give them straight water. If you talking about so healthy, you ain't worried about them kids' health. That ain't what you worried about. You just mad because you not getting no benefits. And you don't need the benefits because you make enough money that you don't need it. But you're going to try to see, you don't understand when you start taking away one person's ability or one group of people's ability to do something, the next thing you know, they're going to take away your ability. And guess what? It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. That's why I can't stand some of y'all. And then there was one black man on here. I wish I knew your name. I'd tag you. Now, it looked like you done ate a whole lot of chips. You didn't drink a whole lot of sodas. You didn't ate some Little Debbie. You didn't ate a whole lot of food that wasn't healthy, but then that wasn't healthy. But you're gonna get on here and try to shame these. I can't stand y'all. I really don't understand it. Y'all don't understand that when you take away one group of people's rights to purchase and buy the food that they want, then the next thing you know, they're gonna be telling you what you can buy. I'm not willing to go down that road. If that's what a mother or whoever's getting stamps can get for their kids because they need convenience food, do you know the majority of people that get food stamps work? These are mostly working women that have to go out and work, and they're trying to provide something their kids can eat quickly between school and them getting home, and you want to take that away. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Do you agree or disagree? I'm going to tell you, if you come over here and you say, and you get on this up in these comments, I'm going to let you have it. Because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And a lot of y'all said, because, I saw a lady, she had 2 carts of food, and she pulled out a food stamp card. So that's her business. She don't make the kind of money you make. She can't do the things that you do. So if all she got is the ability to buy her children what they want to eat, why would you take that away from them kids? Do you hate kids that much? Do you hate people that don't have enough money to live the life that you live? Do you hate them, dislike them that much? I can't stand you.
I'm sorry, but if you get EBT, you absolutely should not be able to buy anything sugary on the EBT card. You should not be able to buy soda or buy your kids candy, and you should absolutely not be able to buy your kids a birthday cake. Those are all non-essential items, and you don't need them. At least that's what people on social media are saying recently, and honestly, I think it's kind of crazy. You guys hate poor people so much. You don't want them to enjoy anything. And no, I'm not saying if you get $600 in food stamps, you should spend all of it on candy and soda and cake and whatever. But I definitely think you should be able to get at least a certain allotment of those items. If they want to reform the program, they should not ban them completely. They should make it where you can buy X amount of dollars per month, or you can buy X amount of items per month that fall under that category. And I honestly just think it's crazy you guys worry so much about how other people spend their money. And before you try to say your taxes are paying for it, you are not paying for everybody's EBT. I promise you that.
Those are wild. And I just want to say thank you guys for all of the love and support. My page has really grown the last week, maybe a few days, and I just want to say thank you, and I'm working on putting more content out for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day, guys.